Dress in clothes that fit your style or fit your body. Good haircut that fits your face, head shape, hair type, hairline and forehead size. I was getting that typical short from the sides and slightly longer on top for years, until I decided to change it up and leave some on the sides and top as well, and it felt like I looked like a completely different person. Got more confident and started getting looks from people all the time because of it. Had no idea that a different haircut could have such an impact on how I looked and felt. Loving myself. Not like that. Legit constantly beating myself up was a turn off for a bunch of people. That's why don't beat yourself up in public. Job title. As a store manager in retail, very meh. As a chemist, I've had far more women come around and kick the tires. I'm a biochemist and can relate to this. Women love a cool sounding job title. They think I make a lot of money though and I don't. LMAO. Get involved in some activity. Do art. Make music. Build something. Play sports. Go hiking. Explore. Travel. Create things. Cultivate a passion. Just get off the couch and do anything. Dressing better. Learning to dance. Favorite resources for learning to dance? Law school was a noticeable difference. Also, and this one really surprised me, a mustache. During Movember one year I grew a full-on handlebar mustache. It was awful. It was supposed to be a joke. Everyone started treating me differently. Women, men, everyone. It was like suddenly being promoted. Everyone kept eye contact at all times. Nobody ever interrupted me. Everyone suddenly got more polite. It was sort of like being promoted to everyone's respected old cowboy. At the end of the month I shaved off the handlebar part and just kept a creeperator's mustache for a day or so. Very different effect. Especially eye contact. The mustache thing. I got a job at one point where I couldn't have a beard but could have a mustache, so I just shaved into a stereotypical pedo stash and no one took me seriously. Ended up growing it out more like a Sam Elliott character and all of a sudden, people that I had never met showed me more respect and spoke to me as equals instead of speaking down to me. Getting a girlfriend. It's like they can smell it on you. They actually can. It's called the AUD. Listening and remembering, especially the little things. I've left so many good men over this. I shouldn't have to tell you what I like over and over again. If you go to this place and now I order the same thing every time, remember it. My BFF Viral can, but men somehow can't and it just feels like they don't care enough to pay attention. Being married. If this ain't the truth. Every single time I've ever been hit on, all three, it's been after that ring went on my finger. Cleaning up my beard and shaving my head. More guys need to give up their super thin hair and just shave it off. Clothes that fit, regular haircut, a deep voice thanks to puberty, and starting to approach people with the how can I help mindset instead of the how can I prove my smartness mindset. What can I do for you? Will open so many doors it's incredible. Books, gardening, talking about being responsible with money, goals. Women tend to like when you don't discuss sex stuff until they bring it up. I feel like I'm doing well in this department, but my problem is that these are all things that women tend to discover about you after getting to know you at least a little. Like second or third date type of stuff. I'm not even getting first dates. So women never get a chance to find out about my good qualities unless I list them out bullet point style on a dating profile, which is never the correct answer. Learning how to be an engaging listener. Men think they need to be *interesting* when they actually could focus on being *interested*. I have been happily married for a long time, so I haven't been trying to attract women. However, I have found that certain changes have impacted how women interact with me. The big one is confidence in myself and being authentically me. I grew a beard, dressed better, got a better job that I'm passionate about, became more generous and less selfish, cut back on my sarcasm and pessimism, and took on leadership roles. The person I'm today is much more attractive and desirable than the person I was 15 years ago in every possible way. But that much self-improvement took time and effort. Cutting back on sarcasm and pessimism. How can I learn this superpower? My Yu-Gi-Oh collection. I scrolled way too far down for this. Beard and hair. I have no beard, and I'm sad cause they're cool. I only have some funky mustache. Besides going to the gym and getting muscle, I wore fitted clothes that showed off my new physique, as well as just wearing nicer clothes in general. Bought and used contact lenses instead of wearing glasses. Grew a full beard that I groom with a shaver, beard oil, and beard balm. Stuck with short side / medium top haircut. Went the dentist and started taking better care of my teeth. Massively improved my success with women everywhere. Woman here. Basically it's all about hygiene and not looking like a slob. Emo. Better fitting / nicer clothes. Good hygiene. Shower. Cologne. Teeth. No dirt under fingernails. etc. Emotional intelligence and kept hair will get you very far in life. Edit. Cologne or just generally smelling nice is an acceptable requirement. Some women don't love the smell of cologne, but the guy must smell nice or at the very least odorless. Therapy. This is a big one. When I met my wife, I mentioned my therapist on our first date. She still mentions that she found that to be a hugely attractive quality because it meant she wouldn't have to play therapist for me, and that I was actively trying to better myself in a way a lot of men don't. Playing guitar, live on stage, being a musician in general. Man, it's unbelievable. I've seen guys who looked like they just got out of jail, but they played guitar in a band and they were getting model type looking girls just because they put out a record. This was around back '90. Never worked well for me though. I was a drummer. Nobody even knew what I looked like. I stopped trying to pick up girls and started just trying to have fun nights with my friends. Turns out women like having fun too and are more willing to join in. This is so huge. Physically, get clothes that fit you right, groom yourself, beard, hair, and so on, and maintain some standards of personal hygiene. Non-physically, go into every situation assuming people like you, treat them like they're already friends, and they probably will be. Spending a lot of time wondering if people like you saps your confidence. It can be a hard habit to stop, but stop it. Definitely a difficult task, but you just have to rewire the brain. Personally, working out helped me stop overthinking, and consequentially helped me stop the negative self-talk. This has worked wonders for my personal development. Still not to where I want to be, but making progress. Not being a constant pleaser. Not be the do everything all day every day to make you happy sort of person. Being well groomed. Dress well. Good oral hygiene. Good haircut. Manners. Never underestimate good manners when meeting people, and especially having good table manners. Multiple interests. Museum. Art. Theater. Literature. Not being the guy that only does the bare minimum. Having some knowledge of different topics, which included culture, helps form a good conversation that a woman usually finds interesting. At least it's usually something they're not used to on a date. Got a lot of dates by suggesting something other than just the typical dinner date. I would suggest going to see an art exhibit in town or a new display at the museum, then a relaxed and comfortable dinner after. Even find a community play. Just different than what women are used to being asked for the typical date. Bare minimum. Rather. University. Noticeable change after going years without, even though like it's fairly common. I've always been in shape, but I noticed it when I worked a very social job and didn't really care about women. Also noticed it when I bought a boat. Having something like a skill or hobby you're passionate about that can be shared. Cooking, gardening, travel, etc. Soon as I got begin to cooking new cultural or creative meals for my friends / coworkers, it seems the interests of women around me with similar interests or those with balanced ones like baking dramatically increased. Using good perfume. This is something I have no experience with at all. Any recommended scents / brands? Confidence. True. growing my hair out, getting a proper haircut, and styling it properly. I used to shave my hair off all through most of my life until my late 20s, where I finally decided to grow it out, struggle through the awkward phase, style it, and holy cow, it changed everything, starting with my own self-confidence, which just made everything easier. I'm struggling through the awkward phase and it's so tempting to just cut it off.